Okay, let's just do a quick introduction to algebra. Okay, let's start with this one. I think of a number, add 4. Okay, so you remember how you used to do this box plus 4, and the result is 10. And this box here, we have to figure out what it is. So look here, if I draw two diagonals and I erase the edges, okay, look what I have. X. So from now on, your box is X. Or if I put a question mark, box is something we don't know, right? So your box is Y or a Y. So your box is also a Y. So we can say Y plus 4 equals 10. So your box is now a letter called a variable. In fact, we can use any letter to represent the box except the letter O. Okay, can you guess why? Because O may be confused with 0 sometimes. Okay, so now we say the number is 4. I don't want you to do it in your head. I want you to follow the rules of algebra. Since this is a positive 4, we subtract. Okay, we reverse this positive number by subtracting. And then we come here and say x equals 6. You see how my equal sign is lined up? This is how I want you to arrange your work. This is one-step equation. Okay, so try all these, right? What if the number is doubled? I think of a number, I double it and get 8. So I think of a number, okay, of a number. We don't know what the number is. It's a box. We can use any letter to represent it. So we say 2x or 2y. We double it and the result is 8. What is that number? Okay. Now you see this number here multiplying. This is your variable. The number multiplying your variable is called coefficient. Okay. The coefficient of the variable. So we say 2x. We divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable. And I want you to organize your work like this. X equals, sorry. I know you can do it in your head, but just this beginning of algebra, I just need you to learn how to organize your work. So x equals 4. See that? All right. So that's one step. I've taught you another one step. Okay, what if you think of a number and then 5 is subtracted from a number? Subtracted from is 5 is subtracted from the number. We get 2. Okay, let's do that one. So x minus 5 equals 2. Don't write 5 minus x. 5 is subtracted from the number. It's like 2 subtracted from 3 is 3 minus 2. You write the 3 first, and then the 2 next. So 5 subtracted from the number is x minus 5. How do we do that? Okay, so x minus 5 is 2. Since the number here is negative, we reverse that by adding. And I want you to go through the same steps. When I add negative 5 to 5, I get a 0. So on this left side here, I'll just have the x left. X equals 7. I want you to do it exactly how I did it. All right. It's the same thing if I have 5 plus a number, x equals 7. How do I do that one? Okay. We just want the variable by itself. It's not multiplying, it's adding. Okay. It's adding. So there's a difference between 5x and then 5 plus x. Here it's multiplying, here it's adding. It's adding, so we're going to reverse this addition here. Oh, sorry. It's adding to it. And this 5 here, see there's no sign before it, that means it's a positive number. So we need to remove the positive 5 by subtracting. And that goes away, we say x equals 2. So if I write 5 plus x equals 7, is the same as x plus 5 equals 7. Same thing. Okay, so you've got one-step equations, right? So I need you to do all these exercises one step, and I want you to organize your work nice and neat. Okay, nice and neat. I did several exercises here. That's why my board is messy, but you should do nice and neat work. Okay, so you see that? You see one, two, three. Okay, let's go to now. We are going to do, if I write 1 equals x minus 8, it's the same thing as writing x minus 8 equals 1. And then what do I do? This is a negative number, so I add 8. Now I add 8. X equals 9. These are all one-step equations. Okay, now let's go all the way down here. So I need you to do all these exercises. Now, I think of a number, multiply by 6 and add 2. I have 6x plus 2 equals 26. What is that number? Okay, I don't want you to do anything in your head. Follow the steps. Okay, this is the variable. That's an integer. That's an integer. We want to group our integers on one side. This is a plus 2, so we're going to do minus 2, minus 2. Draw a line. Plus 2 minus 2 is 0. So all that's left on the left side is 6x. This is equal to 24. First step done, right? Okay, so now we need to find our variable here. What do? We divide both sides by the coefficient of my variable. Don't do anything in your head. Just follow these rules here. When I divide 6x over 6, the 6 go away. X equals 4. Put a box around it. See how my equal sign is all lined up right here? And my work is nice and neat. That's how. And then you go to the next question. You should leave space between this here. Okay. See, I'm not going to do the next right here on this line. I'm going to leave that space and go to the next line. And I'll say 4x minus 5 equals 19. What is that number? 4 times a number minus 5 equals 19. Okay. Don't guess anything. Follow the rules. Since there is a negative, I see an integer here and an integer here, and I need to group my integers on the right. So I add 5 and add 5. I underline it. Negative 5 plus 5 will be 0. Always, that will be 0. What am I left on the left side? 4x equals 24. That's first step. Second step is what? I divide both sides, write it, by the coefficient of my variable. And say x equals 6. Put a box around it. Nice and neat. Your work is done. See that? What about this one here? 8 equals 8 plus 3z. It's the same as writing 8 plus 3z equals 8. I just flip it. It's the same thing, right? Okay. If you don't write it like this, just look at it. You say you have a variable and you have integers. This integer doesn't have any sign before it. That means it's positive. So I'm going to subtract. That goes away. 8 minus 8 is also 0. I have 3z equals 0. How do I always find my variable? I divide it by the coefficient. 0 divided by 3 is 0. So that's my z. It's not 0. Okay? Same thing if I write 15 equals 1 plus 7x. Same thing. Okay. All right. So do all these exercises. And if you have any questions, email me. Okay. You're going to do up to question 186. Keep on practicing. All right. See you in the next class. Bye bye.